China is one of the most powerful countries in Victoria 3. While it might not have tech, literacy, good laws, good ruling class, good events, and it is pretty racist. It does have 400 million people. You basically have an infinite market. Whatever you sell, someone's buying. Because of this, you can go crazy with any consumer good. Endless groceries, abundant textiles, countless furniture. But what if there was a singular good that people could eat, wear, and sit on? That's right, we're talking about paper.
I got cash in my pocket, I got desire in my heart, and I'm a frothing in the foam, and I was thinking, hey, I got an idea. What do you say?
We print paper.
I start as a paper tiger. I have a lot of money, and a massive army, but they're both kind of bad. And I do get immediately addicted to fentanyl. My plan to get out of this is debt, fixing my government, and printing paper. I start by building 8 billion construction sectors.
More!
I can't go into actual debt because of the interest rate, but I can drain my reserves. My next goal is to get off traditionalism. The cotton gin just has to wait. Beyond that, the start is pretty chill. I surrender to the British, I try to pass homesteading, I laugh at the pause, the usual. But what about the premise? Why paper? Well, there's a downside with having 400 million people. I can't tax anyone. Like, I literally cannot express how understaffed the IRS is. The only way to fix it is to build the largest government in the world, and that would take a metric fuck ton of paper. My goal is to get a paper company. With its construction bonuses, insane demand, and prestige goods, it should be able to cover all my paper needs. Why wouldn't it?
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
But before I get my paper, I'm focusing on slow and steady growth. And I do that. I hit 100 million GDP, I built some universities, I finally removed serfdom, and of course, I salute the flag on September 11th. God bless America. China's economy is really weird, both in resources and economic spread. China has a good GDP, but a terrible GDP per capita. Pair that with an underdeveloped industrial base, it's hard to get the ball rolling. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck is this man on about? I'll explain. Because there's a good GDP, but terrible GDP per capita, it means there's a lot of wealth in the country, but it's spread out poorly. In this case, because the landowners control most of it, they invest in more farms. That means I'm footing the bill for any industrial building. I have paper mills right now, sure, but I don't have coal, steel. I have 5 tooling workshops, and I produce less iron than Hessings. I kinda need those resources to build stuff, so that's priority number 1. And nothing bad happens when China focuses on steel production. It's the year 1848. It's been about 10 years of slow and steady growth, but this is the year that changes. It's the year I get my paper company. A paper company is my grand plan. It can build paper so I can enlarge my government, it uses private investment, it's also pretty low tech, so I'm not outcompeted by Europeans. I finally see taxation capacity, a big government, and industrialization on China's horizon. I see a path to my goal. And oh my god, I don't get fucking close. From 1848 to 1858, no progress was made. None, zero, nada. It's a lost decade. Even if you ignore the mild famine, it was really bad. I got my company. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, it's great. Look at the growth. Look at the profit. And then nothing. I have a paper company that doesn't want to build paper. It just wants to overcharge me for the 2 paper they produce. But then I can't actually fix that problem, or any other, because I'm trying to build the most inefficient mines. My mines take about 225 children to produce 1 coal. That means to fulfill the base demand of 800 coal, I need about 180,000 children. Or about 40 buildings. Then I have to do the same for iron, then I have to double what I've already done, because 800 is nothing. It's a lot of work for not that much gain. On the bright side though, I don't have to build schools. A person could argue that spending a decade prepping the economy for stuff like iron construction, railroads, steel, and just researching modern technology was useful. But that's lame, and I will not let anyone see a bright side to my boredom. It also didn't feel useful. I didn't know what was happening, and I was tempted to rename my company Old Yellow. It did deserve it. I'm telling you this to give context to my next decision, because I need to justify it somehow. At the turn of the decade, entering the 1860s, I may have hiked taxes as high as possible, and then I may have quadrupled my construction. This may seem like a bad idea, because I'm overtaxing my already struggling population. But more importantly, I'm now running an insane deficit that I have no idea how to fix. But hear me out. You gotta spend money to make money. That's just math. Now, there are two potential ways this can turn out. Option A, everyone stoves. Or option B,
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
suffice to say, when in doubt, make needlessly risky financial decisions, and you'll be rewarded. My GDP exploded, going from 140 to 200 million in less than 10 years. I started getting loyalists. My company started working. My people may have been starving, but they filled their bellies with patriotism. The Chinese century has begun. This decade was the turning point, and to understand how much, I have to explain the economic ages. The first age is pre-industrial. It's where most economic output is spent producing food. Because of this, you can't extract natural resources, mass production is unheard of, and any technological gains are limited. The second age is industrial. It's where most economic output is spent producing goods, from natural resources, consumer goods, or just industrial products. Mass production is the name of the game. The third age is post-industrial. It's where most economic output is spent producing services. This is the modern age for many states. China started in the first age. We had phones galore, we had no technology, and we had the most inefficient minds. I had about 100 million GDP worth of trash. But after this decade, China gained about 100 million GDP worth of industrial capability. Arguably, I have more industry than Britain. China is sitting with the big leagues, and now it's time to act like it. I build even more. I make even more paper. But then, I start getting reflective in '69. I ask myself, what's the key factor in being a great power? Military. I do a massive military overhaul, getting skirmish infantry, building bullet factories, building my first lead mine because I may have forgotten to make any before this. I also realize that my newly upped paper production is garbage. 20,000 paper is terrible. I'm barely spending 700k on paper. Those are rookie numbers. At the end of '69, however, I get an opportunity. Russia is declaring war on me. I get to use my military. I can fight for a paper monopoly. It's a win-win. 20-minute war, in and out.